All right, so this is the start of week 5, and I'm going to stick with the voiceover thing so that there's less of me just sitting around. Monday, got a workout in. I started off with some, assisted kind of half pull-up things, holding on to the Mawashi, trying to work on grip strength and obviously my back. Just 2 things that will be helpful with Sumo. And then Benjamin, had I noticed him hanging on the bar, I would have said something. But he was down here. We did some single-armed rows. It was mostly a pull workout today. Some goals for this week. There's no Sumo on Tuesday, so I'm going to go to grapple instead. Talked them into having a little practice on New Year's Eve. There'll be at least a handful of guys there, so should be a good workout if I push myself. Thursday I should be able to go to the stand-up, and then on Sunday there should be both grappling and stand-up. Here I grabbed the wide grip, big grip dumbbells, did some curls with them. Just the bigger grip, I guess, helps with grip strength as well. And so I just opted for those instead of the normal dumbbells. And then also another goal is to just keep this type of stuff up throughout the week, putting in some time outside of the gym. Did some, and if I call something the wrong thing, it's because I'm uninformed. This is the first time recording lifting, so I'll be able to hopefully improve my technique. Some back flies, I believe these are called. Again, working on the back. And then I also threw in some farmer carries. I only did them with 25-pound weights, 25-pound plates, but I did them with the bumper plates, so there wasn't anywhere easy to grip. And then I did some time on the rowing machine. As you can see by my dog coming in here soon, I haven't used this much. She'll be thoroughly confused by it. But as I got going, I simulated the Muay Thai rounds. I did 2 minutes of hard work, pulling fast, hard, still maintaining technique, and then in between those, a minute slower. Each week when I try to recognize someone helping me along the way, this is my wife, Brittany, and she was not thrilled with me recording her without explanation, as you could see. The thing that is just truly amazing about her is when I say something crazy like, let's go to California so I can compete in an international sumo tournament with no experience, she doesn't try to talk me out of it. She is supportive of all the goofy stuff I try to do. And she is just truly someone who loves me for who I am. And going back to when we first started dating, I was cracking open an entire booster box of Magic the Gathering cards. And yeah, set the bar real low there. She met me when I was in full gimmick in my luchador days, so that's something really impressive about her. And here we have some bonus footage of me grappling with Benjamin. He came into the gi practice. He wasn't sure he wanted to participate, so he doesn't have a gi. But, once he's there, he wants to attack me as best he can. It was a small group today. This was on Wednesday. The day before, Tuesday, was a day with supposed to be like it was New Year's Eve, supposed to be a small group just doing some grappling, and it ended up being a full room, a lot of fighters who have fights coming up, and it ended up being just like a full MMA practice. We were grappling with the gloves on, and when you combine the grappling with the striking, it really burns your endurance out. harder than it does doing each thing on its own. So that ended up being a good practice. I didn't get footage of that, but I did get some footage of me tapping out a 7-year-old. So there we go. This next round was with Ethan. He's a MMA fighter, and he's got 3 or 4 fights so far in his career, and he's got another one coming up in June. He said that he is mostly a boxer, and I took a bad shot there because I thought, oh, he's not a boxer. I didn't know if he'd know how to sprawl. And obviously, a lazy shot doesn't get you much. But he said he really wants to improve his grappling, and so that's why he's coming to the gi days as well as the no gi days. There, I tried to snap him into like a front headlock, and I was going to hope to take his back, but he was quick to pull guard and work there. The gi is a new thing for me. I'm not used to people being able to grab on to clothing all over your body. So it's a learning process for me there as well. I think this is like 3rd or 4th time I've ever rolled around with a gi on. I was able to pass into side control and really not do much because he kept good control of me there, and I wasn't able to get the posture I wanted or get into mount or anything like that. From here, honestly, I really dislike using techniques that put pressure on people's joints, so usually I go for chokes. I'm just scared to hurt people, which I guess is not a great thing if you're competing in jiu-jitsu to not want to manipulate joints. But he got back to guard here, and we continued working. I do have the competition I have coming up is I signed up for no gi, but oftentimes when you go to these things, there could be uncontested divisions, and they might add you into some divisions. So I'll bring my gi in just in case I'm able to get some more opportunity here. I was actually trying to get around to like a north-south position because that's a position I feel comfortable with wrestling, but I managed to catch his neck and do some sort of like mounted guillotine type deal there, which was all right, I guess. And then now knowing he has a little bit of ability on his feet, I know I need to set up my takedowns instead of just blindly shooting. So you see I don't move too much when I grapple. Usually what I like to do, a lot of people are pretty intense, and I like to try to slow down the pace to my speed. Again, he got in on a shot, and I sprawled to defend it. And I think what I ended up doing was just like a quarter Nelson out front from wrestling, and then securing the main submission that I usually work on, which is a head and arm choke. So that was that. All right. For the Monday weight check, I finally broke through that plateau of 193. I was down to 192. And the rest of the week that I didn't get footage of, Friday there was another gi class, which ended up being a real tough practice for me because there's only myself and 2 other people, and they decided, hey Ben, you're competing, so we'll rotate in on you. And so I did about 7 5-minute rounds, and each time a fresh opponent coming off a break was coming in, so that was tough, because one of which was a purple belt and a former Bellator fighter, so that was tough. But I went home feeling real good after that workout. And then Sunday, the full MMA practice, that was again just a room filled with a lot of talent. A few pro fighters in there to spar with, and then during the grappling time I got to roll with a brown belt who's a little bigger than me, and so that was an experience. And I think the unfortunate thing about sports like these, and probably a reason why a lot of people don't make it or give up or whatever it is getting beat up a little bit is how you get better. And even though those guys could beat me up pretty well, I have good trust in them because they're good partners to take care of me and not hurt me. So it's nice to be able to go in and work hard and fight hard, and then even though I'm losing, just know that I'm safe. So I'm lucky to have a lot of good training partners at the gyms that I go to, and I look forward to continuing to improve. So we'll see how next week goes because I'm getting close to the competition. All right. If you watch this for some reason, again, thank you.